Are you an alpha male? Or a beta? Although most of us have some idea about the alpha and beta personalities, we tend to ignore the other personalities in the socio-sexual hierarchy. What is the socio-sexual hierarchy? It is a system that categorizes men based on their social position among other men and how well they attract women. The socio-sexual hierarchy has a fractal nature, and a man's position may vary depending on the social setting. Like you could be a beta or a yes man at work while being an alpha male in front of your partner or wife. This personality categorization system can provide us a better idea about men and how they tend to fit into different roles in the society. The socio-sexual hierarchy ranks 6 personality types. There are 6 different personality types according to the socio-sexual hierarchy, and each personality is different in their own unique way. Here are the 6 personality types in the hierarchy, which covers a wide spectrum of socio-sexuality. 1. Alpha. 2. Sigma. 3. Beta. 4. Delta. 5. Gamma. 6. Omega. Now let us take a closer look at each of the personality types. 1. Alpha. The alpha male is the stereotypical bad boy. They are natural leaders, uber-confident, macho, dominant, charismatic and slightly aggressive. They are often tall and handsome and love telling others what to do as it feeds their ego. Women find them highly attractive and other men get inspired by them. Alphas are highly social and feel attracted towards submissive women. US President Donald Trump is perhaps the best example of an alpha male. Social dominance and social acceptance by their groups is extremely important to alphas as they enjoy having a high social status. They are extroverts who love being the center of attention. These individuals tend to be successful in their careers and never shy away from taking risks. However, they can be rather shallow and give too much importance to external appearances. Alphas usually do very well financially and with women. They rely on the social hierarchy and are therefore sensitive to the perceptions of others, especially women. Moreover, they tend to thrive on challenges, conflict and status jockeying. 2. Sigma. Sigma and alpha male are almost equal on the hierarchy. Sigmas are as confident as alphas, but they tend to be lone wolves who do not seek social attention to boost their self-esteem. They tend to be introverted and don't play by the social rules of the hierarchy. Yet they manage to win the game. An alpha can often consider a sigma as a threat, but they have no interest in taking the position of the alpha or becoming leaders. Women find sigmas as attractive as alphas. Vox Day and the fictional character John Wick, played by actor Keanu Reeves, are great examples of a sigma male. Sigma have a silent, mysterious nature and have immense self-confidence. They are very thoughtful and analyze their every move. However, this doesn't mean that they are shy. They are naturally charismatic, have a positive attitude and excellent management skills. The Sigma doesn't settle in life. They strive hard to reach where they aim to be and can be extremely manipulative to get what they want. Alphas can make friends with anyone and intimately understand social hierarchies and alliances. Sigmas go their own way and usually form very close friendships with few people, which tend to last for life. Intelligent and high-functioning Sigmas do not pay any attention to the social hierarchy and operate out of it. They mostly avoid doing conventional jobs and manage to be successful by seeking their own source of income. Sigmas usually do whatever their heart desires without getting affected by what others think about them. However, they tend to be highly lonely, especially when they allow their introversion to make them socially isolated. 3. Beta. One of the most popular personality types in the socio-sexual hierarchy, the betas are the followers of the alpha male. They are known to play safe, avoid confrontations and risks and worship women. They usually lack the physical attractiveness, confidence and charm of the alphas and sigmas. They are loyal and good with obeying and implementing orders. Maintaining their rank in the hierarchy is important to them, and they will take a stand when the hierarchy is disrupted. They are loyal lieutenants to the alphas and usually have successful careers. John the Baptist is a good example for this category of men. They are your average nice guys who are kind, decent, and likable. They are usually calm, grounded and rarely aggressive. They know how to control their egos and know how to take criticism in a positive way. They are mostly reserved and idealistic. They are mostly secure and tend to be happy in life. 4. Delta. Most men tend to be deltas. These are your average normal guys who work hard to run the society. They are not the most attractive men, and hence they struggle with attracting women. They mostly focus on attracting women who are better than their female equivalents. However, if they manage to be in a relationship with a woman better than them, they tend to become insecure and put their partner on a pedestal as they worry the woman will soon lose interest and leave them. This, ironically, becomes the very reason why they have failed relationships. Women are usually indifferent to them. They tend to be average-looking, with nothing particularly striking physically or mentally. Think of deltas as worker bees. Whilst deltas do have some limited success with women, they do not really understand women and view them somewhat fearfully. The delta male is one step below the beta, but often mistakenly considers themselves as a beta male. They place high value on hard work and competency. It is widely believed that these types of men are physically and mentally weak and have no focus on self-improvement. They believe in thriving and surviving by associating themselves with an alpha male or a beta. 5. Gamma. They are usually unattractive, bitter, and introspective. These are the men who are obsessive lovers, stalkers, psycho-jealous ex-boyfriends, abusers, narcissists, offenders, social justice warriors and conmen. Gammas are often confused with the socio-sexual hierarchy and keep themselves away from the alpha male, betas and even sigmas. They are generally not part of any group and fail to follow social rules. Although they are intelligent, they tend to overestimate their intellect and hence believe that they should have a higher rank in the structure. They believe they are better than alpha, sigma, beta and even delta. Gammas are mostly invisible to women and are mostly unsuccessful in attracting the opposite sex. Although they are romantic and sensitive, women tend to hate gammas and are often put in the friend zone. Gamma males either worship women or completely hate them. They are not social rejects, but sexual rejects. Jordan Peterson and the fictional character Harry Potter are some good examples of gammas. 6. Omega. The omega male is the polar opposite of the alpha male. They are mostly the social outcast who everyone avoids. As they are afraid of being lonely, omegas tend to be very clingy. They will latch on to anyone who will give them any attention. However, they are usually honest and are not deceitful like the gammas. Most people consider them as social losers as they are mostly undesirable, clueless, damaged and sometimes creepy. They are usually social rejects who fail to attract women. These men are mostly nerds and geeks with no love life or social life. They stick to their own gang of other nerds. Omegas are usually indifferent to other women or may even hate them. Omegas greatly lack social skills or any impressive physical attributes. The character Milton from the movie Office Space is a good example of this personality. Omegas often have poor hygiene and social skills and are often physically unattractive, spots, overweight, greasy skin. Omegas actually have the most to gain. If they put forth the effort, they can have a happy life relative to what they had before. Unfortunately, they often have poor genetics and low motivation. Bonus ranks. Although the above-mentioned 6 personality types are the primary ranks in the socio-sexual hierarchy, starting with the alpha male to the omega male, there are 2 more additional personality types that you also need to know about. 7. Zeta. The Zeta male, like the Sigma male, is also a lone wolf who minds their business. They are well aware of the established social rules and their own position in the hierarchy, but they simply don't care about it. The social construct created around them may be important for others, but he sees through it. He believes it all to serve only one purpose, which is to control and segregate the masses. They choose to be celibate and usually abstains from romantic relations or marriage. They are not interested in playing the games of women as they have been through their share of bad relationships. They are highly focused on self-improvement and tend to be very successful. 8. Lambda. The lambda male is a variation of the zeta male who is unable to control their biological urges when it comes to women. Most pickup artists fall in this category as these individuals have a good understanding of the female nature. They often date casually and keep their opinions about women to themselves.